some information about upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 game, system requirements, backward compatibility, monetization, and information about Cyberpunk Online. And actually I can call this video a few more reasons to get excited for Cyberpunk 2077, but I will not. Great news for console players. Yes, there will be backward compatibility, and your PS copy of the game will work on PS5, and the same applies to the Xbox. The only problem is to get these new consoles, because you know it might be kinda hard. But what about PC Master Race? We have a great news here as well, because first of all, if you have a PC, you probably look like this, and that's a great news, and second, system requirements are really democratic. Have I translated this word correctly? I mean, even something extremely old will work fine. Yep, I've translated this correctly. Anyway, it seems like even the calculator will fit into the minimum system requirements. I mean, Nvidia GTX 780 for the biggest AAA of 2020? Wow! And I'm personally super glad to see that recommended system requirements looks exactly like my PC. I have Nvidia GTX 1060 for 6GB and amount of memory and processor are almost the same. Anyway, I don't want to buy Nvidia GTX 3080 or 3070 for a double price, and that's the only available option for me now, to buy it for double price. So I was super glad to find out that I will be able to play Cyberpunk 2077 in Full HD with some reasonable FPS with my 1060. Another good news, Cyberpunk 2077 needs only 70GB on your drive. I mean, it's not Call of Duty. Another reason to be excited for Cyberpunk 2077 is the fact that there will be no microtransactions in this game. Actually, if you think about it, no microtransactions in a full price single player game is something that has to be usual, common and not worth mentioning. But because of some other game developers, Ubisoft, I don't know why I'm doing this fake coughing, but anyway, thanks to some other game developers, it's not that common not to have any microtransactions in a single player games in 2020.
Capitalism.
So it's a great plus for Cyberpunk. On the other hand, there will be microtransactions in Cyberpunk Online, because it's a separate project, but CD Projekt Red assures us that, like always, they will treat our money with respect. And by the way, I will also treat all your likes and subscribes with respect. But anyway, when we will see Cyberpunk Online? Minimum on 2020, because a few times mentioned that there will be no Cyberpunk Online in 2021 for sure. And that, in my opinion, is the right decision, because they will have some time to make at least good multiplayer game out of a good or even great single player game. Because you know, when companies are rushing with releasing the online mode for the successful single player game, it not works super well. Red Dead Online. Against this fake coughing. Anyway, as you probably mentioned, I'm super hyped about Cyberpunk 2077 and maybe even overhyped a little bit, but who cares about me? Let me know what do you guys think about all this information and whether you are as hyped for this game as I am. And as always, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. До свидания, which means goodbye in Russian.